So hello. Today I'm about to tell you about some of the new changes that Mr. Ralf Ragnick will bring to Manchester United. First of all, as we know, for a small recap for those who are new, Mr. Ralf Ragnick had been appointed as the interim manager after the disaster of Mr. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer against Manchester City, Watford, and Liverpool. The disastrous 5-0 defeat against Liverpool is something that encouraged them to take into account of this big change in Manchester United. So what are the big changes that is going to come here? So he is very demanding as a manager. He is extremely demanding, and this is something he'll take into account right now. He'll take into account right now as a manager. I mean, that's his demand, his first demand will be, we know that Mr. Ralf Ragnick has been signed and will be available from the Chelsea after the Chelsea match. So the Red Devils have to play the Chelsea match without Mr. Ralf Ragnick, and as we know from all of it, Mr. Ralf Ragnick has a tendency of studying in depth. I mean, the first thing he does is he takes match footages and does an in-depth study of the match footages to realize the drawbacks or the issues of the attackings and what's going on. I mean, he does an in-depth study of the match footages. That's one of his habits, doing an in-depth study of the match footages, doing an in-depth study to understand what is the lacking of the particular team, what is the main reason they are being defeated, because why are they facing failure. And that's one of his main styles. I mean, he has this boardroom filled with people where he does an in-depth study on the attack, defense, weakness and strength of the team. This was his first demand, control. This was one of his first demands, to basically, want a control for the team. Want a hand in to analyze, how the team works. To know. So this is something really wonderful, and I think this is something, this is something we should look forward to, because this level of dedication has never been seen by any manager. Very few. That's why he's been able to turn small-time clubs into big-time ones. He analyzes the footage of of opponents, even small-time teams, small problems, glitches, how it happened. He analyzes them, and then he uses that footage to deduce the strength of his own team, the weakness of the other team. Take into account all of the things that are available, all of the things that are present,
Well, as the stats show us, this has been a really even game so far.
That's a phenomenal football approach.
From either team, which needs to change at some point. Bruno Fernandes. It's a good-looking ball in behind. And could it be Cristiano Ronaldo?
That's something none of the coaches, very few coaches we have seen. I mean, that's literally Alex Ferguson stuff over there. You have a coach who analyzes, each and every move of each and every player, and then basically makes a report out of that from every match. There's the analysis, in-depth analysis on the players, their passes, their reactions, their actions, how they responded, their goals. Why a particular goal was nice, why a particular goal wasn't nice, why a particular attack was spoiled. How could have done an attack better,
Disappointed to have conceded. Can they come up with an equalizer?
All these things.
And the electronic board showing
it's great to have a coach who analyzes all these aspects,
Not quite what he wanted to do with the pass.
It's really great to have a coach who takes into account of so many things. And on top of that, what Mr. Ralf Ragnick does is that Mr. Ralf Ragnick has a system. He has a system of deducing, of stopwatches. I mean, you won't hear this in any other place, trust me. He has a system where he uses basically stopwatches to press players forward. He measures their speed, measures their endurance with the help of stopwatches. He plans attacks with the help of stopwatches. He fits a stopwatch and then trains the players according to that stopwatch. For example, you have to attack within this amount of seconds. You have to attack within 1 minute. You have to, defend within 2 minutes. That's something, that's something that isn't found in a lot of places. That's something that we don't get to see in a lot of places. That's something that's missing. That's something that's missing. So that is literally Alex Ferguson level of training. I think he is the next best coach after Alex Ferguson.
Well, Thiago at times has the capacity to make this
that's what I think.
ridiculously simple. Stuart, a positive display from him.
That's what I think. He's one of the next best coaches. After Sir Alex Ferguson, he's one of the best coaches to come along.
Racing forward, trying to catch them out. Tremendous ball played
That's something, that's something I believe in. So if you have a coach who's using stopwatches to measure attack, defense, who's previewing every mistake and every positive and every negative that you've done. So you have some Alex Ferguson level stuff over there, Literally, according to me.
Salah. Henderson. And Mohamed Salah now.
So you have some Alex Ferguson level of stuff going on in there.
He could pick out a teammate. Well, he failed to get it away properly. Threat over for now, it seems. And the counter-attack is on. Options available. Cavani.
So that's something, that's something we're getting to see right now. If you've got something with Sir Alex level Ferguson's dedication, what he does is he basically, sorry I got carried away in the game, he takes footages, he deduces them, he deducts them, he cross-checks them, then he counts the number of times you need, he sees the footages in his vacation, he takes a break, analyzes all the footages, checks them, and then comes to the conclusion, to what extent you need this, or to what kind of an attack do you need to develop with your other team. And he has the famous stopwatch method. A stopwatch method which basically has the capability of, of setting a particular time. Setting a particular time where basically you can, make sure, how much time are you going to take on to attack, how much time are you going to take on to defense. So all these things are determined by a simple stopwatch. That's
20 minutes to go.
That's just phenomenal. That is phenomenal level of stuff over there.
Ronaldo, the defender doing his job, unable to get himself back on.
That is phenomenal level of stuff just right there. So this is called gegenpressing, the philosophy that that you have to press forward with all you have, with the same. You have to press forward with the same attack, the intensity that you're defending, and within a very short time. Press forward. Don't do back passes. And back passes will kill your game. That's his philosophy, and that is a wonderful philosophy, let me tell you. Because we have seen how Manchester United has been, they have been driven by boring back passes.
Bruno Fernandes, still a chance. Well, it looked so threatening, but the danger averted.
Well, I thought that was the game. Fantastic work by the keeper, just to keep them in this.
Tension building still. Oh, in with a chance. surely. And still
You know,
danger.
boring back passes. So
Well, able to
that's
survive
something,
that
you know,
little
that's
hindrance.
something he hates. So players like Fred, Maguire, Shaw, and he has criticized Shaw a lot. He has criticized Shaw to the fact that he has said that, you know, if you don't improve, you know, you don't have any place over here.
Salah.
So either you improve or you don't have a place, you know, in this game. Either you
Just took
improve
it
drastically or you
ball.
don't have a place in my game. So that's what he has said.
Roberto Firmino might fancy
So
this.
he literally has a cinematic and Hollywoodish
Minutes of stoppage time to be
way of
added on.
basically, you know,
And the conditions
training the
was very good
players.
for the counter-attack. Oh, what an opportunity. Well, that was easy on the eye, and he did
You know, a very Hollywoodish way of training the players. So yeah, I absolutely give him proper. If this is how we are trained, we will be the next champions. Trust me. Trust me. If this is how we are trained, we'll be the next champions. So I'm gonna come up with new videos. Till then, take care.